How's everybody doing today? It's Nick from Final Cut Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Subnautica. We are starting right where we left off. The sun's still rising, the ship's still over there, and we still have green water. Let's jump in. Okay, so really what our priority still is right now is exploration, making sure our health, our food, our water is up, and gathering up enough resources to where we can start making more of the tools we need. In the last episode we made this knife and we made this repair tool. What we're going to want next is the surveyor. The surveyor is our next priority, eventually building a small vase for ourselves and then hopefully a sea moth. Now, early on in
Detecting
Subnautica's...
increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
Okay, so this must be like... Okay, so we're pretty close to the rad zone if you go too close to here. So back when Subnautica was first in development, there were Reaper Leviathans that would spawn around the ship. I don't know if that still happens or not. But honestly, like, there's a lot about this game that I simply don't know anymore. I remember a general idea of where biomes are, but I'm pretty sure a lot of those have shifted. Let's go ahead and get some of this table coral. I'm sure it'll come in handy at some point. Right now we're just trying to collect as many resources as possible. Hopefully they'll come in handy, maybe not, who knows. As far as I know, we got plenty of water. We have plenty of titanium. We are going to want to turn that into a titanium ingot at some point. We have enough acid mushrooms to make batteries. We've got plenty of food, plenty of fish. Yeah, we really need to build some form of base. There's those bubbly guys over there. I remember those guys. We seem to not be... I'm not really scanning well for them, but right now we're not really getting that many... we're not really getting that many limestone deposits. Ooh, there's something fancy down here. I'll take it. What is this? Seaglide fragment. Oh, right. I have to build the surveyor so I can scan that. Okay. Let's just go up to our home base and remind ourselves how to build the surveyor. Because I can't seem to remember. Here we are. Back on somewhat stable ground. Personal tools. The scanner, okay. We need a battery, and we have titanium. What does a battery take? Oh, awesome, we can make a battery already. Starting off the episode with a lot of progress.
New blueprint acquired.
Synthesized. Power cell. Okay, right, I'm pretty sure these things, they power all the ships, they power bases if you want electricity, stuff like that. Yeah, there it is, okay. So now that we've done that, we can make the scanner.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Yeah, so right now the scanner is definitely our most valuable piece of tech, and it's one of the most valuable pieces of tech in the game as far as I know, because we're going to use it to scan pretty much everything we find. Can we put our stuff in here? Yes, we can. So let's go ahead and dump most of our titanium. We do not need to be lugging that around. But we need to turn that salvage into titanium. Let's dump that. You know, a flare would be nice. Let's go ahead and make that titanium. There we go. Okay, we're good on titanium for now. Until we start building. Let's go ahead and dump those. Dump those. Okay, now we just have tools. Awesome. Back out we go. Okay, now let's go get that Seaglide fragment. So, if you remember, the Seaglide is a very small submersible device that you basically ride on. Like, you can grab on it like it's a jet ski, and it'll propel you forward much faster than you would walking. And that is what this tech is for down here. I'm sure we'll need to find a bit more before we're able to actually get it, though. Awesome. Right, so there's one more scattered somewhere about. Let's get our knife out. Let's go up, get some water. Let's try to avoid those guys right there. They're not going to try to attack me, it's just I would prefer if they tried not to poison me with their gas. That would not be fun. Okay, got some creep vine.
New blueprint acquired.
Cool. So, right now, I'm really blanking on what is our next logical step. Like, I know we have some long-term goals. We have long-term goals of building a base. We have goals of getting the sea moth, Cyclops eventually, and the huge, I can't remember what the really big submarine is called. And for some reason, though, there's this space in the middle that I just can't seem to remember. We're just gonna keep going and trying to find that second Seamoth piece. Once again, if I'm doing something completely wrong, which I feel like I am right now. Oh, hey, maybe we just found it. Awesome. It happens to the best of us.
Acquired oxygen.
Shit. Alright. Surface. Alright. There seem to be some more stuff down here that we can look at. This is wreckage from the big ship, I take it. There's a lot of crates. Can I? No? Is there anything? There's something. Oh, okay. So you can scan pretty much everything.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, need some water. Or air, I mean.
Oxygen.
Yeah, here's where three biomes come together. The shallows, the kelp, and the red grass. We aren't quite ready for the red grass, but there's one of those guys that are going to try to kill me if I get too close. Once again, the fact that the fabricator can't make weapons is very inconvenient when everything on this planet wants to kill us. Is there anything here? No? Okay, alright. It does seem to me, though, these little patches of debris, these are rather new to the game. It seems to me, though, that our best course of action right now would be to find more wreckage and see what we can scavenge. We were able to get 2 new blueprints from that. Let's go ahead and scan everything. This was not really, as far as I remember, this scanner was in the game back when I first played it, but not to the degree of usefulness as it is now. It's very useful. It's like, it reminds me of the scanning tool in No Man's Sky. Does anybody still play that? I'm curious. Does anybody on my channel still play No Man's Sky? I hear it's really amazing now that they've patched everything up and made it the game it was supposed to be, but I don't know. I've always wanted to go back to it and try it out. If there's an audience for it, I'll put it on here, but I just have a hard time believing that it'll ever have a huge audience again. Is there anything that we can see that would be useful to us? No, not particularly. Let's go ahead and grab one of these extra titanium ingots just so we can scan it. Not titanium ingots, metal salvage. We're not that far in the game. I gotta remember that. Let's go ahead and keep scanning the bottom. Ooh, there's more limestone there. And let's go ahead and just keep swimming, avoiding the big claw guys.
Oxygen.
Okay, that's becoming an issue. I'm pretty sure I saw that we could very easily build oxygen tank, which is what we're going to do as soon as we get back. If I remember right, these ravines here had a lot of resources in them, and they do. I'm correct. Copper, nice. Oh, I think one of the mean boys is trying to get at me. Let's go ahead and swim out. Is anybody coming at me? I saw a shadow, I didn't see him. Okay. Okay, there's two of them.
Oxygen.
As far as I know, the knife can do a pretty good amount of damage to him, but I'm not about to risk it. Oh, and they see me. They see me. They see me. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to swim away from you. You guys can do your interpretive dance elsewhere. No, that means leave me alone. Thank you. Let's get some more of these. Okay. Resources, resources, resources. Can't seem to see any, but then again, the foliage is really thick here. Head to the surface. Almost there. There we go. Oh, we're getting pretty close to the we're getting pretty close to the ship, actually. I wonder if that's affecting our health at all. Oh, we are still being chased. This is not fun. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. Okay. We have fans, guys. We have fans. We have groupies, and they're following us. I do not want them to follow us. Yeah, they are insistent.
Oxygen.
Okay, they almost got me that time. They should leave me alone as soon as I get to the base. I hope. They are not giving up. Wow, they're even coming into the shallows. You never see these guys in the shallows.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh, okay. We're down on water too. Well, my inventory's full. We have some water back at the base though. Okay, back in. Let's go ahead and Pathfinder. Okay, cool. Pathfinder. This was not in the game before. It just notified me that we had this tool. You can find a way out of caves if you're stuck, which is that's really convenient. We don't need pipes right now. We do need this. Let's go ahead and build that. Alright, we have an oxygen tank. Alright, we gotta dump some of our inventory before we can pick that up. Well, that explains it. Everything's massive. So what exactly is the use for these creepvine samples then? I remember that you could eat them as food, but other than that, I can't seem to remember a use for them. I know what these can be used for. Inventory full. Wow, this is awkward. Let me go ahead and crunch.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There we go. Vitals are back up. Let's go ahead and switch as much as we can until we have room. Awesome. Now we have an air tank and we have 75 seconds worth of oxygen. This is good. Alright, since this is, as far as I can tell, the only use for the creepvine samples, let's go ahead and use them up for that. Let's make some more silicon. Make some lubricant. Titanium. We have way too much titanium. And more silicon, why not? Okay, what can we make now? Okay, in order to make a high-capacity oxygen tank, we're going to need silver, glass, and the standard tape that we just made. Okay. Okay, if we need a first aid kit, we can just use that fiber mesh. Fins. Actually, that's pretty useful. Let's go ahead and make those. Swimming speed is key
The
in this.
fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
Okay. You know, I feel like this guy that we're playing as isn't particularly that useful. Like, he was really low on the totem pole, and now the system's like measuring him as having to have a lot of help, which is why we're able to build all these things. I'm pretty sure like the lore for this game is that he was a sanitation worker or something like that, which is just funny to me. That's great. Okay, we are stuffed on food. I hope that's not affecting our health. What is the next step here? What can we do? Okay, the Seaglide. We're going to need copper wire and a battery. Battery. Not there. Battery. Acid mushrooms, copper ore. We have that. And copper ore. Okay, we can make ourselves a battery. Awesome. And now we need copper wire. Just 2 copper ore, and I think we have exactly that. Yes, we do. There's copper wiring. And now we can make the Seaglide. That's going to help tremendously.
The Seaglide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
Yeah, the Seaglide is definitely the beginner's level transportation in this game. You don't exactly have a lot of distance that you can get. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and throw this out whenever we get out there. We don't need it for anything. Once we get the sea moth is when we'll really be in business. That is the first major way of transporting yourself around. And let's use that. We're going to need to get one of those sea bladders in a second, because our water is our food is great, but our water is really low. And if we want our health to go back up, we're going to need our water to be higher as well. Okay. We have flares. We have the repair tool. We have the scanner. We have a fire extinguisher. And you know what? Let's go ahead and take the sea moth out. See what we can do. Oh, it's nighttime. Was not expecting that. That's pretty. It's very dark. Yeah, I know. I didn't need that. So to me, the next step in my mind. Hey, it's already almost daybreak. So the next step in my mind would be to explore the kelp biome more. Somehow manage to get to the ship if it's possible, and figure out what we need to scan, where do we need to go to start building ourselves the sea moth or a base, whatever the next step in this game is. Because this game, based on the technology that's available, it still seems to me... Wait a second. What's this radio symbol? Okay, all of these I've seen, but what's this? Oh, snap. We have a radio signal. And we have to go to the radio that's in the life pod. Okay. At least I think. There's a message.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call, laying back.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency Seaglide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Oh my. Well, it looks like we have a quest. 442 meters away. Well, we are going to save that for episode 3. We've been playing for about 21 minutes now. We've gotten ourselves a good base of what we want to, of what the next steps are with this new quest. We've gotten the Seaglide, which points to me that the next evolution for us is to get the Seamoth and getting a base built. And hopefully in the next episode we're going to figure out what's over there, and then after that we're going to start building our huge, massive, awesome house. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give this video a like and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.